Welcome to another Sunday Fun Day, Grace Kids Church at Home. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite words, and we're going to do a fun experiment that's sure to make a wonderful mess. Today, we are going to talk about grace. It's the name of our church, it's on my shirt, and the Bible talks a lot about grace. The Bible says that God is full of grace. Grace never changes. It reigns on a throne. It's powerful to save. It's colorful. It's rich. It's sufficient, which means good enough. But more than that, grace is abundant. So now that we've talked a little bit about grace, do you know what grace is? Grace is God's favor. It's like when you have a favorite blanket. It's the one that you always choose. It's the one that you take special care of, even if it gets little tears in it. And God's grace, God's favor, is Him telling us that He loves us so much, that we're His favorite. He's gonna take special care of us, and He's always gonna choose us. Grace is when God's favor pours all over us. For the next 6 weeks, we're going to talk about what grace is and what it does, and we're going to use the alphabet to help us remember the ABCs of grace. Because A is first, the first thing I want you to know about grace is that grace is abundant. Do you know what abundant means? Abundance means a lot. The water cascading off of this waterfall is abundant. The water dripping out of this faucet is not abundant. Would you like to do a little experiment so we can see a moving picture of what abundance looks like? Remember, we're talking about God's grace, and His grace is abundant. So when you add His grace to His love, it can't be contained, and it overflows, and it just keeps going and going and going, and it never stops. His love is abundant. Now that we know God's grace is abundant, and we know it means that He favors us, I want you to remember that God has chosen you and that He loves you. He's going to take special care of you. I love you guys too. I hope you have a great week. And remember, God's grace is abundant. See you soon.